everyone, it's Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. Thanks for joining me today for this Vlogmas video. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this kind of content, and if you do, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. For everybody else, welcome back. All right, today's video is going to be something that I'm thinking about incorporating into my planner. I tried it earlier, I want to say in like September, October, I can't remember. But I had purchased these last year, the 2024, by accident. These are the At a Glance My Week 2025 with monthly calendars or monthly calendars. I think that it says also compatible with Daytimer and Franklin Covey organizers. This is, I think, a personal size. It is not a Franklin Covey compact size because it's the length of a Franklin Covey compact size, but this is, what am I doing? I've got centimeters over here. Come on, Noelia. This is 4 inches wide, so this might be a personal size. I don't know. You guys know that I only deal with Franklin Covey compact and just recently started playing around with pocket size. But again, the pocket size that I use is custom because I made it bigger. But anyways, the point of the story is I tried to implement this, or I did implement this a little bit for my garden. And I'm thinking about doing it this year in my 2025 planner. So I love these. Again, I bought them last year by accident. And this year I purposely purchased them at my Staples. They have the 4-year overview, 24 through 31. Holy moly, just the idea of 20 to 31 is bonkers. And then it just has event calendars. I'm sure there's probably another one that I'm not seeing. But the reason I love it is because you can see your 3-month overview. And for me, for my garden, it's really good to be able to see 3 months, to see the past month, the current month, and the upcoming month to plan for my garden, right? If you know me, you know my garden is super important to me. I love my garden. And so this 3-month at a glance is perfection. You guys know I'm a sucker and I have to have tabs. And these beautiful, colorful tabs are just divine. Okay, so that checks 2 boxes. The beautiful 3-month at a glance, the tabs. And then it's a month on 2 pages. And it's so cute because it's nature themed. So it goes perfectly with my garden. And so this would be really great because it would keep track of like when I planted something, started seedlings, when they started to sprout, when I transplanted or repotted them. It's a good place for me to be able to, here it'd be just a good place to know like, okay, start seedlings here and kind of keep track. What I love about it is that it has weeklies on 2 pages. And this is where I would keep the detailed notes of my garden. I would be like, okay, started tomato seedlings, on this day, or had to prune back the rose bush because it was infected. Any kind of details that I would be writing down on that specific date or week, it's just great to have here and to be able to reference in my calendar. I don't want, and I'm going to show you my planner here. My normal monthlies keeps a record of important things like appointments, birthdays, any kind of, like we have family movie nights. I started tracking that this year in my planner. But this is more appointments and details like that. I don't want to include my garden in this particular monthly. So the idea was that I would take this what is it called? Kathy Davis designs and use that in my planner. And so the idea would be that I would do 3 months. I would do the current month, or the previous month would be in my planner, the current month, and the month forward. And again, the reason behind it is those are crucial months as you're planning. You're always looking back at when something was planted or done And then you're always in the current month trying to figure out what is currently happening, and then the forward month, like what do you need to do or prep for the forward month. So the idea would be that the current month, just this, and I would not include March. I would include the March monthlies, but I wouldn't include. So I have a bookmark, and the idea would be that it would be under my currentlies, that this would sit here in my currentlies so that I'm able to quickly go. And I have a bookmark that I would be using, a today bookmark. And that way within, it wouldn't be in front of there, it would be back here. So that I would be able to keep a record of what I've done in the past month. So let's pretend that we're in February. I would keep January in here so that I could see all of the things that I did in that month. And then February, we're pretending is the current month, and I would be making notes as things are being done. And then I would have March forward planning just here. I wouldn't have the weeklies. The only weeklies I would keep, it would be the previous month and the current month, so that I can see what I've done in the garden in the past month and what I'm doing in the garden. So I just feel like that is something I may incorporate into my planner, because most of the time my brain is like, oh, I only do things in the late spring, early summer. But the reality is I'm doing stuff at the end of the year in the winter months to prep for spring. So this is the idea. Again, it would be in my currentlies. I have a tab that I would put, a clear tab that has the today marker on it, so that I would quickly be able to go to my garden section. And what I like about these is that they're not as wide as my compact size planner inserts. And so the fact that they're smaller, shorter, not shorter, this is the same length, they're just not as wide, it is easy for me to kind of see it within my planner, if that makes sense. So I'm excited. I use these for the current year. I think I was doing September, October, or August, September, October. I used them in my planner, and I really enjoyed them because of being able to look back at, garden tasks that I had done, being able to keep a record of what I'm doing in that month, and then to be able to forward plan what needs to be transplanted in my garden, what needs to be pulled out, what needs to be started, seedlings that need to be started. So this is really beautiful, not just in the color aspect of it, but also just the beautiful kind of artwork that she has. Did I do something wrong? No, there's February, or rather January. Here's March. Why am I not? Okay, let's start again, Noelia, because you're clearly being a nut. Here's January, okay? And behind the months is the priorities, which is also a good place for me to write down like what I think I'm going to need to do that specific month, like a brain dump of what needs to be done that month, which I think is a great area to have. And then you have all the weeklies, which have the theme. And then we go into February. Looks like a Valentine's theme. And then just all the hearts. Let's go into March. Again, just greenery. They're obviously sticking with the themes that they have, right, for the traditional themes. April is spring, so you have all these really pretty blue and florals. May is just random purpley with butterflies. June is so pretty. It's this mustard color with florals. July is this purpley with oranges. Okay, and then we have August, which is school themed. September with daisies and bees. I love bees. Anything to do with bees, I'm in love with. October, kind of that cozy coffee feeling. November, this beautiful little house and florals. And then December, just beautiful candles and greenery. So that is my potential. I think the only thing that is making me a little reserved is I don't want to bulk up my planner. One thing I noticed this year is that when my planner is too chunky, I don't utilize it the way that I want to. My planner notes area is major. I can quickly kind of thumb through and you'll see like a bunch of pages written on that are just gibberish, but they're notes that I'm taking and end up getting placed somewhere important. So the goal is to have the garden 3 months in my currently section, behind my weeklies, behind my monthly. That way it's in my face of what I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis. But at the same time, I'm hesitant because I don't want this to be overly chunky where it's hard for me to get to certain areas. So that's where I'm at. But I wanted to share it with you. Again, this is the at a glance, my week 2025 with monthly calendars, Kathy Davis themed, beautifully tabbed, reinforced tabs. I think they're gorgeous. I don't know why the January is bent like this. It's gonna drive me nuts, but it is what it is. And again, week on 2 pages. So this is something that you may be seeing in 2025 in my planner, again, for my garden area, and I'm looking forward to incorporating it. Again, if you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you do, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. For everybody else, thanks for joining me on this December Vlogmas videos. I look forward to the next one. See you next time. Bye.